it's Gina and I am back with another book haul, and this book haul has a few different genres in it, and half of the books are signed, which is awesome. So I have 8 books in total to show you, so let's just jump right into it. The first book that I have to show you is a book that I wanted to get whenever I went on my birthday shopping spree, but I didn't find it, and I think it's because I looked in the wrong section. I was looking in fiction when in fact that this is actually a true crime book, and that is In Cold Blood by Truman Capote. This is the new cover and it's beautiful and I love it. So if you guys did not know, In Cold Blood was the inspiration for this channel name, In Cold Lit. And I have never actually physically owned a copy of this book, even though it was one of my favorite books in high school. I finally have a copy and it is the new cover, which is fantastic, and I really like this cover a lot better than the old cover. I didn't like the old cover. It was just kind of meh for me, and that is why I never actually bought the book, but now I have my own copy and I'm pretty excited because I have been wanting to reread this for quite some time now, and now I finally get the opportunity to do so. The next book that I have here I'm very excited for, and I need to thank Jen from Wonderland Books for sending me the link because I would not have this had she not sent me the Amazon link, because I never think to check Amazon for books. I don't know, I just never think of Amazon, but that is Pines by Blake Crouch. And this book, I'm looking forward to it. It is the first book in the Wayward Pines trilogy. I believe it's a trilogy. And basically what it is this guy stumbles into this town and he doesn't really remember much of how he got there. He knows that there was a car accident and he wakes up in the hospital, and this town is just kind of weird. Like, you follow the rules of the town and you be happy in Wayward Pines. Like, nobody escapes Wayward Pines and you don't really know why and you don't know what's up. So I'm really looking forward to reading this one because I've been watching the TV show on Fox and it is fantastic. There's 1 week left. It's gonna be a good week too. So I'm pretty excited to read this one. I'm hoping to get to it before the end of summer. I was waiting until the show got over so that way it wasn't conflicting, but since the show is going to be done this week, I can go ahead and pick it up at some point. The only problem is all of the books in this haul are ones that I want to read like right now. And then I have all of the books that I just bought for my birthday that I want to read like right now. I just want to read all the books. But this one I'm definitely looking forward to. It's Elantris by Brandon Sanderson. I found this at our local used bookstore for $1, so I picked it up. I've heard nothing but good things about it. And honestly, I can't really tell you much about it because I'm not sure. I just know that I've heard good things about it, and I know it's fantasy and it's Brandon Sanderson, so it's bound to be good. I was specifically looking for Mistborn because I really want to finish Mistborn, because as of right now it is DNF'd for me because I don't have access to it, and I could go back and get it back from the library. I just haven't. So I was looking for Mistborn and found Elantris instead, so I picked it up since it was $1. And the last non-new release that I have to show you is the first volume of Sherlock Holmes in this beautiful Lifetime library cover. If you guys have been around for a while and you've seen some of my other book hauls, then you know already that I have Frankenstein and Dracula also in these Lifetime library covers, and they're just beautiful. And the spines are really gorgeous, and I really just want to collect all of them that Books A Million has, which they have a few others, and I've been wanting to get another one lately. Anyway, I just didn't know which one that I wanted to get because there are some that I don't necessarily care about those stories. Like, I've never really been interested in them, so I didn't really want to pay the $8 for something that I'm not interested in. But there are a couple others that I kind of want. I kind of want the Oliver Twist one, and then I also kind of want the Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, which I already have like 3 copies of that book. And kind of an insight into my next haul, because there's already a next haul, I bought another copy of it from Book Outlet. Whoops. So I may end up buying the Adventures of Huckleberry Finn in this edition because might as well. But I really love these covers. They're just beautiful. And this is volume 1. They don't have volume 2 out. So I hope that there's a volume 2 in this cover. It would be nice, but I don't really know if that's going to happen. And now for the most exciting part of this book haul, my 4 new releases that are all signed, which is just fantastic. I take that back. One of them is not signed. I wish it was, but it is a new release and it is one of my most anticipated releases of this year. So we'll just go with the non-signed book first because might as well. Armada by Ernest Cline. I have been waiting for this book ever since I read Ready Player One, and it is finally out and it is beautiful. Like, first of all, this cover is just really pretty and I really like the colors. You open it up, nothing too fancy, just white pages. But then you see under the dust jacket and the naked hardback, which has, you know, the little rocket, really pretty silver lettering. And when you take the dust jacket completely off, I kind of got to back up for this. You've got this like blueprint of the spaceship, I guess, from the game, and it's so pretty. Like, look at this. It is just, it's beautiful and I love it. And like, I want to hang this up, but it's the dust jacket, so I'm not going to. But it is just really gorgeous. So I don't know too much about Armada because I kind of want to go into it a little bit blind like I did with Ready Player One. I think that I'll get the most out of it doing that. But from what I gather, this is about a boy who is obsessed with this game Armada, and eventually he looks outside and the spaceship from the game is there and he has to like save the world or something. That's really all I know. I couldn't tell you too much more about it. I've seen some reviews from people that have gotten arcs and I don't watch them. I start watching them, but then it's like, you know what? I kind of want to go into this a little bit blind. I just picked this up on Tuesday, which was its release date, the 14th, and I want to read this so bad. This might end up being the next one that I read. I'm not too sure. I need to finish Girl on the Train before I pick any of these up, but I plan on getting to this one very soon, hopefully by the end of the month. And now for all of the books that are signed. The first one you guys should already know because I have an entire vlog for it, and that is The Land of Stories Beyond the Kingdoms by Chris Colfer. These covers are just so pretty and they go so well next to each other. I'm a little disappointed that the lettering in this one is gold because the lettering of book 2 is silver. And I was hoping that the lettering would go gold, silver, but it doesn't. It goes gold, silver, gold. So that kind of bothers the book OCD a little bit, but these covers are just so pretty. I really do enjoy them. And you got the naked hardback, which is just blue. And then in all of these books, there's like a little front flap thing. And with this one, it kind of tells you how to get beyond the kingdom into different stories. In the first two, it was a map, and in the second one, it was a in the third one rather. In the third one, it was a timeline. So this one is instructions of how to behave in other stories that aren't the Land of Stories. And his signature, which he always signs off with a little smiley face. And he doesn't personalize his books, which kind of bothers me. Like, you could at least take 2 seconds to personalize the books. But I understand he's so huge and he signs so many books per event that it would take forever if he personalized them. At least I got to meet him again, and I did get it signed. The next book that I have to show is also another really pretty book, and it's just gorgeous, and that is Progeny of Gods by Jeffrey Storm, aka Sticula here on BookTube. So as I mentioned, Jeffrey is a booktuber and he self-published this book, and it is gorgeous. For a self-published book, like, look at that cover, how pretty is that? So this book is about a kid named Grayson who grows up in a town full of brown-eyed people where he's the only person with green eyes, and everyone makes fun of him and thinks that he's some kind of demon because he's not like the norm. He doesn't have brown eyes like everyone else. Eventually he goes off to this other world where he finds out that green eyes mean that you are more than human and there's something special about it, and it just sounds really good, and from what I've heard so far from people that have read it, it is pretty good, and it's really pretty, and I'm pretty excited to pick this one up. Again, I don't know when that's going to happen. I would like it to be soon, but it's just really pretty, and since I pre-ordered it, Jeff signed it, and Jeff, if you're watching this, you have a really pretty signature. Like, I'm jealous of your signature because mine just looks like chicken scratch. And the last book I have to show you is a book I wasn't planning on buying. I went to an event that I wasn't planning on going to, but I'm really glad that I did. Dexter is Dead by Jeff Lindsay. Looking through the events at the library that Chris Colfer was at, I noticed that Jeff Lindsay was going to be there, and I love Dexter. Dexter is one of my favorite characters, so being able to meet the creator of Dexter was just too good of an opportunity to pass up. I have not read these books yet, and if you remember back in, way back when, at the end of December, beginning of January, one of my goals for this year was to start on the Dexter series. I have yet to do that, but I now have books 1, 6, and 8, so I can at least start on it with book 1 and eventually collect them, but this book is just really pretty. So this is the end of the road for Dexter, and so, like I said, this book is really pretty. You've got the front cover, and then you've got the back cover, which all good things must end with the little smiley face blood slide guy. So, that's great and all. This looks like, your typical dust jacket and, kind of, it's kind of a weird material. Well, that's because it's kind of peekaboo. So the glare is kind of ruining it a bit, but I do have pictures on my Instagram account, so go and check that out. But the hardback, the naked hardback, is just the coffin with the knife in it, nothing on the spine, and the blood slide, which is just so pretty and so fabulous and amazing. It's just, I really love the construction of this book. And like I said, Jeff signed it and he personalized it, so that's pretty awesome. And also while I was there, I decided to go ahead and take my first book that I have, and I got that signed as well. So that's pretty cool. I now have the first and the last Dexter book signed, which is awesome. So after meeting Jeff Lindsay, I'm so ready to read the Dexter books. I'm ready to jump back into the Dexter world because the show has been off the air for about a year now, and I need more Dexter in my life. Like I said, Dexter's one of my favorite characters, and it's just so amazing. If you have not watched Dexter yet, you need to, because it is just fantastic. And then, hey guys, just real quick, inserting this in here, I have a few more books to show you. Just gonna name them off. The first one I have here is Pinocchio. The second one I have is the second book in the Dexter series, We Dearly Devoted Dexter. Really excited for this one. And the last book that I have to show you is really exciting, and that is Quidditch Through the Ages, which is the only of the little library, Hogwarts library editions that I don't have. That's because I could never find a single version of it, and I've finally found it, so I have it. I only have all 3 of them now, so that's pretty exciting. And that's all. I will see you guys soon. Bye. That's all I have for my book haul. Let me know in the comments if you've read any of these books, or if you've gotten any of these books this month that are the new releases and what you thought of them. I'm so excited for all of these. They're all on the top of my TBR, with a couple that I got for my birthday, and like I said, I just want to read all the books. The struggle is real when it comes to wanting to read all the books. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!